of you in the another session of transportation engineering. As you all know that currently we are discussing the second module, that is highway transportation, and currently we are discussing traffic engineering. We have already learnt number of topics such as various kind of surveys that includes origin and destination survey, then volume surveys, then speed surveys. We have also learnt various kind of speeds such as average speed, running speed, instantaneous speed, spot speed. We have learned that how these speeds are calculated and what are the experiments, what are the instruments that are required in order to conduct these speeds. Now we are moving in another segment of traffic engineering. I once again welcome all of you. I am Jay Kumar Soni on behalf of Civil Engineering Department, LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. This session, what we are going to learn actually? So we are going to learn various kind of speed modules such as time mean speed, then space mean speed, then time headway and space headway, and we are also going to learn how these speeds are calculated. So let us learn first about time mean speed. What is this time mean speed? So the definition is it is the average speed. It is the average speed of different vehicles which is measured at particular section of the road. Means it is the average speed of different vehicles, and this average speed is obtained by doing what? It is obtained by measuring that particular speed at particular section of the road, that is called as time mean speed. And this is the equation of time mean speed, that stands for v of t equals to sigma I is equal to 1 to n capital Vi divided by n, where Vt stands for time mean speed, N stands for number of vehicles, and capital V stands for speed of the vehicles. So this is about time mean speed. We have discussed about time mean speed. Now let us understand this concept once again. First of all, I will repeat this definition once again. The time mean speed, it is the average speed of different vehicle measured at the particular section. So how one can remember? It is the average speed. That is the first thing that you have to keep in your mind. Then it is of different vehicles. Then when it is measured at the particular section of the road. So you have to keep in your mind three things. Why I am discussing these things once again? Because there are number of definitions. You have already learned various definitions, and if you do not understand the difference between these terminologies, then what will happen? You will get confused whenever these things are asked in the exam. So just whenever we are discussing about time mean speed, that stands for the average speed of different vehicles which is measured at the particular section of the road. So this is how you can remember time mean speed. Now let us discuss about space mean speed. Just keep one thing in your mind, that in time speed we have only discussed about the average speed. Now in space mean speed, how we are going to understand this? So it is the speed of the vehicles on the road length measured at the different section. In time mean speed, the section was fixed and vehicles were different. In space mean speed, the particular different sections are considered and time is considered as the same. So how one can remember this, and what is the equation? The equation is Vs, because it is space mean speed and it is the inverse of time mean speed. You can understand this by this. In time mean speed, the equation was this. See, this is the equation. What we have done in the space mean speed is we have inversed the equation. The n is transferred to the numerator instead of denominator. So speed of the vehicles on the road length, this is the first word. Second is about the different sections, and third is about the same time. Road, different sections and same time. So what you have to remember? Road, different section of the road. And what was the third word? Which was the third word? The time is not variable, it is fixed. It is same I have mentioned over here. So it is fixed time, or I should say same time. So this is how you can understand the concept of space means speed. That the speed of vehicles at the different section of roads at the same time is known as space mean speed. Now it is we have discussed about time mean speed and space mean speed. Now there is another concept, that is time headway. Just stay attentive because this is one of the most important as well as interesting sections. So what is the conceptual knowledge? How one can understand this? So just keep one thing in your mind, that to understand this concept, you need to have patience and perseverance. This is the definition. The time interval between the passage of two vehicles moving in the same lane and measured from the head to head as they pass a point on the road. How one can remember? So let us take, this is the section of road. This is one vehicle. This is another vehicle. Now what I have done? Now I have fixed this point. I am standing over here. Now, the time interval between the passage of two vehicles moving in the same lane. See, these are moving in the same lane and measured from head to head as they pass a point on the road. Means when I let us assume that I have fixed this point. What I will do is, when this is the head, this is called as the head part of the vehicle. This is the tail part. So this is the head part. This is the tail part. This is again head. This is tail. What I will do, when the vehicle crosses this point, this part of the vehicle crosses this point, I will note down the time that this is 20 seconds. Then what I will do, I will wait till this head crosses this point, and let us assume that when this part of the vehicle crosses this point, it is 45 seconds. So what I will do, I will subtract this 20 out of 45, so it will be 25 seconds. So ultimately, it is the time interval between the passage of two vehicles moving in the same lane measured from head to head as they pass a specific point in the road. This is called as time head. So in this we have just discussed about the time related thing, time being thing. So this is how you can understand the concept, and the equation of this particular time headway is this. Now let us discuss about space headway. In time header, we have discussed about the time thing, that this is the specific point. I will note down when the vehicle's head part crosses this point, and then I will again note down the second time taken by the another vehicle to cross this point, and I will note down the time, and that is called as time headway. Now what I will do, I am discussing about space headway. So space means distance. So in this segment, we are going to discuss about distance. It is the distance between the passage of two vehicles moving in the same lane and the measure from the head to head as they pass a specific point on the road. Means this is the point. This is again the vehicle number one. This is again vehicle number two. This point and this point. The distance between these 2 points when they crosses this point is called as space headway. How can you remember both these concepts? So you just have to remember one thing, that whenever we are discussing about time headway, you have to mention time. And whenever we are discussing about space headway, you have to mention about the space or the distance. Fine? Now let us discuss about traffic capacity. See, as a human, we all have certain capacity. We all have individual capacity of doing things, learning things. After attending lectures of 45 minutes or 60 minutes, you may tell your faculty or sir that, sir, now this is the overload of my capacity, or my capacity is not to get another 45 minutes of the lecture. So this is how capacity is defined. The capacity is a variable concept, and it is varying according to the things we are discussing. So let us discuss about traffic capacity. What is the concept? So let me tell you that capacity means the maximum thing that one can adopt. So in when we are discussing about traffic capacity, it means the maximum number of vehicles in a roadway which can pass a given point in the unit time. So maximum point, given point, and unit time. In unit time, how many maximum vehicles can cross a given point is called as traffic capacity. So this is the concept of traffic capacity, and it is measured in the unit of vehicles per hour per lane. Vehicles per hour per lane. You can measure it by that. And what is the importance of this traffic capacity? So let me tell you that it is the ability of roadway to accommodate the traffic volume. Means may higher the capacity of the road, higher number of vehicles can the road accommodate. So it indicates maximum flow of the vehicles at the unit time at the given point. Now you may be confused that you have also learned about traffic volume, in which we were talking that the maximum number of vehicles crossing a point of the road in the given time. And now we are discussing about traffic capacity. So what is the basic difference between both these concepts, traffic volume and traffic capacity? Are both these things are same or not? So let me tell you that the traffic volume discuss about the flow of traffic, and the traffic capacity discuss about the maximum rate of flow. So this is the basic difference, that in traffic volume we are discussing about the flow of traffic, and whenever we are discussing about traffic capacity, we are discussing about maximum rate of flow. So this is the basic difference. Now let us learn about basic capacity. What is the concept of basic capacity? So it is the maximum number of passenger cars that can pass the given point on the roadway during 1 hour under the most ideal road and traffic condition. Means we are considering what we are considering. We are considering ideal road condition. This is the first thing. We are considering ideal traffic condition. What we will do, we will see that how many maximum number of passenger cars can pass a point in 1 hour, and this thing is called as basic capacity. So in traffic capacity we have discussed that unit time is taken, a specific point is taken, and we have quantified this thing in basic capacity, that we have to take 1 hour. We have to calculate, we have to consider only passenger cars, we have to consider one given point on the road, we have to consider ideal traffic condition and ideal road condition, that the roads are very good in condition, there are no potholes, there are no cracks on the road, the traffic is very less. So we have to consider this kind of things which can never happen practically in the real life. But whenever we are discussing about certain phenomenon, whenever we are discussing about the definitions, we have to understand the concept thoroughly. So this is the basic concept of basic capacity, that we have to consider ideal road, we have to consider ideal traffic condition, we have to take passenger cars, that how many maximum number of passengers car can pass a given point in 1 hour. It is also called as theoretical capacity because this cannot be actually implemented on practical basis. So this is theoretical concept. Now, how one can determine basic capacity? So there are certain equations that the basic capacity is equals to the multiplication of traffic speed and traffic density. Means speed is defined by V and density is defined by small k, and capacity is defined by C. So C is equal to V into K. Now what is K? K stands for 1000 by S kilometer, where the S means spacing of vehicles in meter, B stands for speed in kmph, and C stands for basic capacity. Now the minimum space gap, there is an equation that you need to understand, that the minimum space gap means the clear distance between two vehicles is given by 0.278 capital V into T, and the minimum space headway is given by SG, this SG plus L. Now, which are the most important equations? Basic capacity equation, space gap equation that stands for SG, and minimum space headway equation that stands for S. These are the basic and most important equations. C is equal to V into K, SG equals to 0.278 V into T, and minimum space headway stands for SG plus L. So this was about the basic capacity, traffic capacity. Now let us discuss about another most important thing that you will love to understand, that is passenger car unit. See, whenever we are traveling on the road, whenever we travel on the road, it never happens that only two wheelers are traveling or only cars are on the road, only trucks are on the road. Normally, what we observe in the field on the road is a thing that is called as, that is heterogeneous traffic, means it is the mixed traffic condition. Now what happens whenever the mixed traffic condition takes place on the road, there are various kind of vehicles also take place, also participate, means cars, rickshaw, auto rickshaw, bus, scooter, cycle, motorcycle, then trucks, then heavy loaded vehicles. All these are various classes of vehicles, and each vehicle has its own characteristic. So ultimately different kind of characteristics of class of vehicles are observed on the road. Now what happens, this particular vehicles have different characteristics. We have learnt in vehicular characteristics that there are two types of characteristics. First is static and second is dynamic. So there are two types of characteristics. So, what is PCU? It is the common practice in which we consider the passenger car. Means, let us take an example of Swift or Maruti or Zen or Wagoner. These are the examples of normal passenger cars. We consider these vehicles, these passenger cars, as the standard vehicle unit. Means, if a road is there and a wagoner or a passenger car is traveling, we will consider that that particular vehicle consumes the space of one unit space. And on the basis of that thing, we will convert other vehicle classes. So this particular unit is called as passenger car unit. Means it is a vehicle unit which is used to express the highway capacity, in which the one car is considered as the single unit, cycle, motorcycle, then a scooter that consume half of the space of car. So that will be considered as the zero point 0.5. If we consider car as one, then the space occupied by the cycle, motorcycle, the capacity occupied by these vehicles is half of the car. So it will be considered as the zero point 0.5. But the vehicles such as buses, trucks, these are very high capacity vehicles. They consume higher capacity of the highway. So they are larger in size. So they are considered equivalent to three cars or three PCU. Means these are certain PCU examples, that PCU consumes one piece, passenger car consumes one PCU. Auto rickshaw also is of the same of the size and highway capacity of car, so it will also taken as one. Bus or truck is three of the size of a car, so they are considered as three. Tractor or trailer has three. Motorcycle, scooter, pedal cycle are half of the size of the car, so their highway capacity is also half of the passenger car, so they will be considered as zero point 0.5. Horse-drawn vehicles means horse cart will have PCU as 4, small bullock cart will be have 6, and large bullock cart will also have 6. So basically what PCU stands for is, it is the common practice to consider the passenger car as the standard vehicle unit, and it is used to convert other vehicle classes and its unit to the PCU. So this was about the PCU. Now, which are various factors that affect PCU? Let us discuss about those factors. There are total four major factors. First is vehicular characteristics, that the dimension of the vehicle, as I have discussed, that the size of car, size of the truck, size of pedal, size of scooter. Then the power of vehicle, speed of vehicle, acceleration of the vehicle. Then traffic stream characteristics. What is this traffic stream characteristics? So let me tell you that whenever you drive your vehicle to the highway and when you came in the contact with the highway, when you crosses a normal street and enter in the highway, you may observe certain characteristics such as heavy traffic, then very less space is available for you to travel. This kind of characteristics are called as traffic strain characteristics, TSC. It includes gap between the moving vehicles, then composition of various vehicle classes, then mean speed, speed distribution. Then there are certain road characteristics such as access control, rural road is there, urban road is there, intersection is there, rotary is there, circle is there, roundabout is there, roadway geometrics are there, super elevation, speed control, SSD, ISD, OSD. And the last is about the control of traffic. That what is the speed limit? Whether it is one-way street operation, whether it is two-way street operation, then what are the traffic control devices such as whether the signal is there or not, whether various signboards are there or not. So these are various factors that affect PCU, vehicular, roadway, traffic stream and control. And out of this, these are the major dimension, speed, and gap between moving vehicles are the major characteristics or major factors that affects the PC. So this was all about today's session, today's lecture. I hope you have gone through the concept thoroughly. Thank you so much.